Hi everyone, I am Noor and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about how to use the for loops in C Sharp programming language. Okay, so basically a for loop in C Sharp is used to execute a block of code repeatedly, right? A specific number of times. So if you want to execute a block of code repeatedly for a specific number of times, then we are using a loop in the C sharp. So it is useful for iterating over arrays or collection or list, you can say, right? Now, let's we move towards our development environment. I am using Visual Studio 2022, and here I have just created a console application using .NET 8. You can create any version of the .NET for the console application, or you can also use the VS Code development environment. So, okay, it is a very simple application. We are here in the program.cs. Now we have to, see the practical implementation of the for loop. I think in one of our previous lecture of the arrays in C sharp, I use a simple loop, but I told you that I will define the for loop in more details in our upcoming lectures. So today I will show you how we can use the for loop. Now I am showing you the syntax of the for loop. Now, basically, in for loop, we use the for keyword, and here in we use the parenthesis, and it is the body of the for loop. Now, inside the parenthesis, we basically pass three things: the initialization, okay, and then the condition. Sorry, condition. It's not allowing me because the it's automatically the Visual Studio importing this namespace. Anyway, let's remove this one condition. And here we on the third number we are giving the sorry iteration of the for loop. And here we write the code to execute. Okay. Now let's we examine these for loop example by a practical example. Now I will comment this one because it's giving me an error on initialization and condition, the compile time error. Now we will follow this, structure. Okay, control KU. Let me give here multiply and comment so that things are clear. Okay. Now I will use for keyword, the parenthesis, the body, and my first step in the parenthesis is to initialize some variable. Now let me initialize a variable like int I is equal to 5. Okay. Now it is my first condition, the initialization. The second step is to put here a condition. If I is less than or equal to 5. Okay. Now I just put here a condition if this I value is less than or equal to 5. Now the third step is to just iterate the variable I. Now I will put here plus I plus plus. It's mean then I have to increment the value of I one by one. For example, the loop is executed for the first time for the first iteration, then this will value will increment by one. For the second, it will increment. For example, from zero it will become one. From one it will become two, and then like in this way. And here, let's me print something to the console. I will just print I to the console. Let me put here a debugger and I will run the application. Now the variable is initialized, its value is 5. Now it's checking the condition. the condition is true. Let me check. Currently, the I value is 5. You can see. Okay. Now, let me print to the console. You can see that the 5 is printed. Now, the loop will check again this condition. Let's me step forward. Now, here, for the first time, you can see that the variable was initialized. The condition was checked, but this step was not executed, and the code execution directly come to this. Now, after completing this block of code execution, now here it will increment by 1. Now you can see that the I value becomes, if I mouse over here, its value becomes 6 from 5 to 6. Okay. Now let's me it checks the condition because I is not the I value was 6 and this condition becomes false. That is why it comes outside of the uh, for loop block. I will just execute this code again so that you can see the picture clear. Execute. I think I am doing some mistake. Okay. Okay. Let's me execute like in this way. It's just printed 5. Okay. Now let's me execute again. Okay, so sorry guys, I remove the debugger. Let's me put here the debugger. Execute again. Special return by because okay. Now let's me put here a debugger. Stop the application. I'm just pausing the video because my application is hanging. Once it's going well, then I will execute the program again. Okay guys, now it's working. I think my Visual Studio was hanged, that is why it was not working. Now let's me run the program again. I just paused the video so that not waste your valuable time. Now here the debugger is hit. You can see that the I value is 0. Once I step over, its value will become 5. Now it will check the second thing, the condition. The condition is true, and then it will come inside this block. Once this line is executed, then it will increment the I by 1. I plus plus means to increment the variable, the integer variable by 1. Okay, now let's see. Its value is currently, if the I value is 5. Now once this line is this step is executed, the I value will become 6. The I value becomes 6. Now it will check the condition. No, the condition will become false and the execution will not come inside the for loop again. You can see. No, it was just a very simple for loop example. Now let's me declare here an array. I think we define here the array declaration in one of our previous lecture. If you are not aware about the arrays in C Sharp, then go to the playlist and search for the array, how to work with the array in C Sharp. I record a detailed video about it. Okay, now I will assign here some elements to the array. Okay, like in this way. Now I will start here from 0. Our first step initialization, I will start from 0 and let's me put here the condition, this one, the condition. So the condition is if I is less than the array length. My array name is numbers, and to check the length of the array we are using length in the C sharp. Okay, now I will put here as it is. Now to print the array element, I will type the array name and then inside the bracket I will pass the I value. So if I value is 0, it will, I mean, get the array element at 0 index. If I value is 1, it will get the array element at 1 index. Now let's be check. Put here the debugger, run the application. Now initialization is our this step, condition is our this this step, and iteration is our this step. Okay. No. Let me run the code again. It not giving me any compile time error. I think your code is okay, but there is something issue with my Visual Studio. Sometimes it hangs and sometimes it's giving me a. Let's check the error. There may be some error. One failed. Running not supported by active. Okay. Now let me just pause the video so that I check my Visual Studio why working not. Okay, guys. Now my Visual Studio, I just clean the application and I then rebuild the application. Now it's working. Now let's me uncomment this code again. Let me put here the debugger. Okay. Now let me step over. Here you can see that we have defined an array of 4 elements 10, 20, 30 and 40. Okay. Now here the I value is 0. If I step over, its value will again become 0. Okay. Now here it is checking the second condition. If I is less than the array length. Now let's me check this condition. Quick watch. The condition is true. Okay. Now it will go inside this block of code. Console.line. It's printed 10, the first element of the array. Now it will, I mean, jump to this condition, this code, and it will increment by 1. You can see that now the I value become 1. It will check the condition. The condition is true. It will print the second element. Now it will again jump to these. You can see that the I value is 1, and let me execute. Now the I will become 2. It will check the condition. The condition is true because 2 is less than the length of the array. It will print the third element of the array at index 2, and here it will increment again. We'll check the condition. The condition is true. It will print 40, this element of the array, and now let's we check. The value is 3. The value becomes 4 after this step. Now it will check the condition. Let me show you here in the quick watch. The condition is false. Why? I is less than 4 because the array length is 4 and I value is also 4. So I is not less than the array length. No, the code will jump toward this line. Let me show you. So basically the array in C# is working like in this way. You can iterate over arrays, you can iterate over list or any other data type collection like observable collection. So we are using the array for the for loop like in this way. Thank you for watching the video. We'll meet you with a new topic of the C# programming language in the next video. Thank you.